Tanto era um negócio vantajoso, e Salamina não era um caso isolado. Em um trecho da Economia Antiga, Finley pergunta-se: a decisão de Cícero, no caso de Chipre, não ridicularizou o Cícero moralista? Sim, sem dúvida. Não obstante, também podemos interpretar a sua decisão como um ato de fidelidade ao seu projeto de político em Roma, o de apoiar seus aliados. Estava mais atentado ao macro do que ao micro, mesmo que isso significasse ir contra o seu próprio edito. Esta interpretação depende muito do ponto de vista, seja mais prático, no sentido da política moderna, seja mais idealista, ser fiel aos próprios princípios filosóficos. De todo modo, a decisão do Cícero governante é incoerente ao discurso do Cícero defensor da justiça. Já a nobreza de Bruto não foi questionada, pois ele continuou sendo um homem ainda mais rico, um senador que não emprestava dinheiro diretamente, pois não dependia do lucro dessa prática que para Cícero era infame. Bruto, portanto, não era um fenerator. O serviço sujo foi realizado pelos seus testas de ferro, com toda discrição, pois, afinal, somente eles, os feneratores, e os homens da elite, como Bruto, Ápio, Cláudio, Cícero e Ático, sabiam quem era o verdadeiro credor. Diante de Salamina, possivelmente, Cícero tenha sido visto como alguém que, por uma razão desconhecida, deixou de defender os injustiçados. Já Bruto continuou como um bom patrono. Bem, apesar da postura quanto ao caso acima anteriormente narrado, não podemos deixar de dizer que Cícero não explorou os habitantes da Cilícia e ele não aceitou receber as contribuições ao governador. Ele, em si, ao que parece, não agiu de modo corrupto, somente foi omisso. Seu governo foi bem visto pelos romanos. Com a exploração econômica e financeira das províncias, como a exploração econômica e financeira das províncias era um meio de se fazer fortuna de modo mais rápido, muitos romanos ricos se lançavam nessa aventura, pois era uma forma de garantir dinheiro para manter os caríssimos projetos políticos e pessoais. Manter esses projetos era, antes de mais nada, manter a república de pé, a partir de um ponto de vista. Era manter a própria honra pessoal. A corrida pelas honrarias era algo tão angustiante para essa elite senatorial e equestre que a busca pelo dinheiro era a garantia da honra pessoal, mesmo quando esse dinheiro não se frutificava aos olhos decentes, de modo nobre, ou seja, a partir do trabalho da terra. Para se enriquecer, bastava ter um capital e testas de ferro, e, é claro, correr o risco. Mas os mais ricos tinham medo de perder essa corrida pelas honrarias, que era garantia pelo dinheiro dentro de um grande quadro de corrupção eleitoral, política e econômica. Nesta época, quase todos os senadores tinham negócios financeiros concomitantes aos negócios agrícolas, pois, como sabemos, e eles sabiam, durante as crises financeiras, o preço da terra abaixa e os juros subiam. Então, ter dinheiro aplicado no mercado de crédito era muito lucrativo e era, sem dúvida, um modo de diversificar as formas de obtenção de riqueza. No Império, isso deixou de ser um negócio vergonhoso, assumiram logo. Tanto que Sêneca e Plínio falam sem pudor de seus negócios aplicados a juros. Era caro manter aquela vida de fachada para permanecer no poder. O álbum do censor podia excluir o senador menos rico. Era necessário, portanto, ter casas ricas, mesmo que o dinheiro do pagamento fosse emprestado, como fez o próprio Cícero ao comprar sua luxuosa casa do Palatino. Não bastava ser rico, tinha que parecer rico. Você vale o que tem, disse um personagem do satírico um século depois. Esses senadores eram credores de alguns e devedores de outros, tanto na República quanto no Império. Na metade do século I d.C., Sêneca escreveu que, caso os senadores quitassem suas dívidas, eles não teriam mais nada. A postura de Cícero, no caso de Salamina, é bem clara. Ele tentou, de todos os modos, resolver os problemas financeiros. No entanto, a tentativa foi interrompida quando ele soube que um de seus pares era o pivô do problema, o Bruto. Nesse sentido, no início das cartas, temos um governador satisfeito, orgulhoso com a felicidade do seu povo. No final, temos um governador acovardado pelas questões ligadas aos interesses privados. Apesar de seus anseios honestos e preocupados, para não decepcionar um membro da Cúria, Cícero abandonou o caso e não pôde nem fazer valer o seu próprio edito, que limitava os juros a 12%. Ele nem concedeu aos salaminianos a possibilidade de depositar o dinheiro no templo para bloquear o crescimento dos juros. Ou seja, nem um meio termo para os salaminianos. Com isso, não queremos julgar o comportamento de um homem do passado, cujas obrigações e deveres eram bem diversos dos nossos. Só queremos insistir na encruzilhada político-financeira na qual ele se encontrava, pois ele tinha duas opções. Ou ele fazia valer seu edito e cumpria o seu papel de governador, cujo poder público deveria resolver um problema tão injusto aos salaminianos, ou ele refletia no peso de suas relações na capital, pois era para lá que ele iria voltar em pouco tempo. Tinha que ser fiel aos seus princípios de justiça, com relação ao edito ou ao seu grupo. Ele escolheu seu grupo. Antes de mais nada, Bruto era um aliado de Cícero. E Roma, como sabemos, estava à beira de uma guerra civil. Era necessário defender os seus, mesmo quando um dos seus não era a flor que se cheire. Júlio César, do grupo oposto, estava quase atravessando o Rubicão. Cícero procurou certamente ser um bom governante da província, como foram Lúculo, Gabínio e o próprio Júlio César. Mas os interesses de grupos privados atrapalharam. Apesar de não ter feito nada pelos salaminianos, nem o meio termo, que foi o depósito de dinheiro no templo, Cícero deixou transparecer sua dor e seu desapontamento ático. Os salaminianos ficariam à sorte do próximo governador, o Paulo Sérgio, amigo íntimo de Bruto. O desfecho nem precisamos saber. Certamente foi péssimo para os salaminianos. A justiça não foi feita. Cícero, talvez, não foi esquecido pelos salaminianos, como quem não conseguiu fazer valer o seu próprio edito. E Bruto continuou sendo um excelente patrono. Depois disso, não tivemos mais notícia do caso. Tem um pós-scriptum, que eu vou ler para vocês. Uma provocação nada acadêmica. No caso de Salamina, é certo que se fosse um Catilina, um Verres, a história seria bem diferente. E teríamos em nossas mãos um grande processo chamado contra Escáptio, Martínio e outro. Extorsão, corrupção, usura e abuso de poder em Salamina. Isso prova como os interesses privados ou de grupos podem transformar totalmente as questões públicas, tanto para Cícero quanto para nós. Enquanto isso, na nossa república, os senadores continuam a prosperar por meio de extorsão, de corrupção, de dinheiro ilegal, obtido a partir de manobras políticas contra os seus apadrinhados, o povo, e vários Cíceros, assustados, continuam a se calar. Até onde a prática pode acompanhar o discurso? Diante das relações interpessoais e nas disputas de poder, a rex privata afoga a rex pública. Como uma república, cansada como a brasileira, com a república, cansada como a brasileira, a Operação Salamina, como foi a catilinária, poderia se inserir perfeitamente, pela gravidade dos fatos, dentro das lutas político-jurídicas em torno de interesses privados e de grupos. Obrigada.
Obrigado, Renata. Thank you very much for presenting this lively contribution that David has made to us.
Is there time for the translation?
Well,
How much time? Well, I can do it.
Shall we say until 6:30? Does that seem
I'll
draconian
try.
to you?
Okay.
I mean, just a quick overview of it. I think
Okay.
most of us, maybe all of us, have followed the
Well,
gist of it,
anyway.
but yes.
This theme is very well known by finance and economy, but not always by historians that study Cicero as philosopher and orator. We'll talk about a more pragmatic Cicero, a Cicero as governor of a province that for a long while suffered with the excesses of Roman bureaucracy, connected to publicans and to Italian businessmen that fixated in the Hellenic East to make fast money for themselves and for the rich senators. The main characters are, on the one hand, Cicero and Atticus, on the other, Scaptius, Martinius, and the Roman senator Marcus Junius Brutus, and the representative of Salamina. We do not know their names. Cicero starts his narrative to Atticus in letter 5 and does not cease making praises to himself. He says he never seen such cities as full of wonder as while his government. Such administration as yours is, his administration is so good that people try to give him presents of all shapes, but as he feels himself to be a very honest governor, he strongly prohibited that the cities offered him statues, sanctuaries, and other great honors, for his objective was not to create financial problems for them. He actually helped the cities when he refused to receive the remuneration paid for the governor. However, Cicero exaggerates on the self-praise to the point that he himself recognizes and says that he expects that Atticus does not get bored with the self-recognition of his own merits. In his discourse, we see a Cicero extremely interested for the public good and proud of his work. We see an honest politician that fights for just causes and for the good of Cilicia. Effectively, he did refuse the tribute that was paid to the governor, a vectigal praetorium, and that helped the inhabitants of the province. The analyzed letters were written between the days of 19th of December of 51 and 7th of May of 50. In trying to resolve the political and economical problems of the region, Cicero sent innumerous letters, some to the princeps like Dejotaro and Ariobarzani, both indebted to Brutus and Pompeius, others to the governors of neighboring provinces, and also to his friends, especially Atticus. In these letters, he presents with details the conditions of the province. In a single chorus, historians defend that the last century of the Republic is the richest for the study of financial relations. Yes, it is true, but it wouldn't be as rich if it wasn't for Cicero's correspondence. I do not believe that the richness of information is a characteristic of the century in itself, but it's due to the richness of the Ciceronian letter writing that we know it well. Cicero wrote between 19th of December and 5th of January that he had to resolve the difficult conflict between the great Italian negotiators, Scaptio and Matinio, with the inhabitants of the city of Salamina. At first, it doesn't seem to be something that big, but it widened, and it was revealing itself little by little, and this is what we see in this text. The conflict was narrated by Cicero in some letters to Atticus. However, the problem started well before Cicero arrived to the province of Cilicia, and its origins are found in the year 58 before Christ. In 58 before Christ, after Cyprus was annexed to the province of Cilicia, two Roman senators became patrons of the city of Salamina, Brutus and Cato. Cato, right? Caton? Cato. The inhabitants started to feel protected, having two strong representatives of the interests of the city on the Roman Senate. During the first financial problem, the Salaminians went to Rome, asked for a loan of money to the patrons. However, a law dated 67 before Christ, called Lex Gabinia de Versura Romae Provincialibus non facenda, prohibited the Romans to lend money to foreign embassies. That is because there was a long history of excesses. The law imposed to the magistrates not to recognize the validity related to the syngraphy. So the loan was not done. In Cyprus, there were two characters that could solve the affliction of the city of Salamina, the negotiatores Scaptio and Matinio. They had a great impedium, capital destined to the loan of money. The Salaminians in the year 56 before Christ, we ignore the month, they took a loan of a great amount of money, around 50 to 60 talents, possibly to pay taxes due to the city of Rome. We're not certain. But how did they do this if Lex Gabinia prohibited it? The negotiatores, they got two senatus consulta, which gave validity to the loan, so going around Lex Gabinia. It seems a little strange that the Senate would go around the law to privilege two unknown loaners. I don't know how to say it. Lenders, yes. But we will soon see the true interest behind this. After 56 before Christ, the loan was made and it was valid. At that time, Cilicia was run by Publius Cornelius Lentulus Inter from 56 to 53 before Christ. And it seems he was a good governor and did not try to exploit the province for his personal enrichment. But at that time, the problem was not yet blown out of proportion. The loan to the Salaminians, yes, was valid, but the patrons must have ignored the interest rates, extremely high for the time, and especially for the regional customs of that province. The legítimo modus usuarum, the limit of interest rates fixed by law of that region, had already been discussed a while before in the neighboring province of Lulu, and it was of 12% a year. Anyway, the loan was done in a harsh 48% of interest rates per year. Of simple interest rates, not at least that. Obviously, facing an interest rate so excessive, it was difficult to pay the debt. In the beginning, the Salaminians paid only the interest rates. Afterwards, they renovated the loan contract, but couldn't pay anymore. Around 53 before Christ, the governor was not Sphincter, but Appius Claudius Pulchus. Who was him? He was the father-in-law of Brutus and of Neo, son of Pompey. His government was characterized by disorder, authoritarianism, and corruption, especially in Salamina. Claudius protected the negotiatores Scaptio and Matinio and gave the title of prefectus to Matinio and his cavalry for him to repress the devedores, the lenders, the debtors, yes. In this sense, Scaptio stipulated the bullet of the city, and 5 senators died of hunger inside. The Salaminians did not have the amount demanded by the authorities to quit the debt, and the repression continued. Even before he arrived in Salamina, Cicero knew about the problem, because in Ephesus, ambassadors of Salamina announced the city of led by negotiations and informed that the Salaminians were being treated by Scapio with the blessings of God. However, when Cicero left Rome for Cilicia, Brutus recommended strongly his two familiares, Scapio and Matinio, that had business in the city. When Cicero arrived in Cilicia, Scapio, the one recommended by Brutus, went to meet him to ask for support. Cicero promised him a conversion to Brutus that he would ask the Salaminians to pay that. Since it wasn't enough to ask for Cicero's support, Scapio also asked the prefectura would be prefectura of Salamina. He also for the prefectura of Salamina, just as he did to Appius Claudius. Cicero was categorical in saying that he would never give the prefectura to a negotiator. Facing the conflict as soon as he could, Cicero invited the parties, lenders and debtors, to solve it in the end of 51 AD, before Christ. The reunion was in Tarso, capital of the province. At this point, the Salaminians were able to save some money due to the great liberality of Cicero, as narrated for him by himself, of not charging vertical praetorum, contribution paid in money to the governor of the province. As Cicero himself mentioned in the beginning of the letter 5 to Atticus, presented in the beginning of this text. So it was part of the governor's job to solve political and financial conflicts, and Cicero tried to do so. In the meeting between lenders and debtors, Cicero copied the Roman practice that had already been used in the neighboring province by Lucrus, and in year 51 installed in Rome by the Senate, limiting the interest rates to 12%, centesimi usurae. The Salaminians recalculated the debt, and after a new edict by Cicero, started to owe 106 talents. However, Scapio was adamant in demanding 200 talents. We cannot forget that each talent was worth around 26 to 32 kilos in gold. So 200 talents were equivalent of 1,200,000 drachmas, a considerable high amount to the ancient world and also for today. Scapio and Matinio did not accept the recalculation of debt. They were so they didn't accept the edit from Cicero because they could leave it away and wait out for another governor and try to solve the case then. Everyone knew that the new government would be Paulus much more solicitous to the demands of the negotiators than Cicero himself. Cicero asked if Scapio would prefer a good debt received at 12% or a bad debt, probably lost at 48%. He did not take it. However, after the reunion, Scapio had literally an ace in the hand, in the sleeve, a letter from Brutus, a famous Roman senator and patron of the city of Salamina. After reading the letter, Cicero knew that these men were officially lenders. In reality, not the lenders, the official lenders of the debt. They were only intermediaries. They of a rich and powerful Rome that exerted great influence on Cicero, Brutus himself. In the letter, Brutus declared the as the true owner of Salamina and asked that Cicero protected his familiares. He also asked for Cicero's help because he took on himself all the risks of the transaction. Cicero was very scared. Atticus, on his son, was also surprised to know that the debtor was Brutus. And this information appears in letter 6, written between days 20 and 21 of February of the year 50. When Cicero knew who the real debtor was, he moved back on his own edict and did not allow the Salaminians to pay the debt in the temple. Cicero could have allowed the city to deposit the money in the temple so that it did not suffer judicial persecution. For such deposit in the temple would avoid the reservation of the interest rates. The temples were used then as a local to leave the money in safety until the parties could agree. The temples at the time also lent and took money. The temples had a role, an important role inside the financial relations of Hellenic East in Roman times. Because he was surprised about the identity of the debtor, the lender, a stone was put on the case. For the fortune of the Negotiatores of Brutus, the next governor, Paulus Caecilius, was an intimate friend of Brutus, and could be a better instrument to help in the res privata of Brutus in Cilicia. We do not know the end of the story. We only know that the scare silenced our brave Cicero. In the East, the first known senators that we have news of started on the first century before Christ. However, we know that since the end of the 7 wars, this activity started to flourish with negotiatores e feriatores. What's the difference between a negotiator and a federator? The first were in the Republic. Romans or Italians moved away out of Italy with the objective of making commercial transactions of several types. The second ones were loaners, professional loaners of money on it. However, even though the activities are different, the same person could be a negotiator or a fenitor. And that is the case of Scapio and Antinio. So, in this kind of transaction, even though the negotiators were the official lenders with the due license, the true risks were assumed by Brutus. But even from not taking risks, they had to get the money back using the possible means legitimate or not. It is a scary picture that the city of Salamina inhabitants found themselves in the hands of intermediaries that needed to respond to the true land Brutus. Everything was very cruel. The true leader of Salamina to profit from his business was able to get 2 senatus consulta to the loan, and thus go around to Scapini. We remember he was also the lender Dario Barzani. Brutus was so worried about investment that his father-in-law, Appius Claudius, he became governor of Elysia in 53 for Christ. And in 49, Christ went back to the region to accompany to Cicero. The official lender kept his secret very deep noble senator to have his name in the of with a time higher than the amount allowed by Bruce had enough reason to keep his secret very kept, and it was kept this way. Bruce only recommended his advice. Cicero however, Cicero was not able to understand the inaccuracy of the corruption shown financial and political corruption. He did not expect such a surprise. Bruce's true Tamina was behind the murder of the 5 senators. Conclusion. For the non-financial questions of the Republic, that's analyzed very important because they give a relation of exploitation, investment, and profit around interest. It also offers data important data on the way province was good, taking to account the support of different public and private interests. This shows the relationship between financial business and political and military domination. It wasn't enough to only dominate through the charging of taxes. Imperialism also revealed itself the high exploitation of the conquered region, keeping with the high interest rates, opportunity the most private money. Therefore, was an advantage of full advantage in salary was an isolated case. Even the possibility on this case, we cannot say that Cicero did not did not accept contributions to the government. The man seems not act in a way. He was only amiss. The government as well by the roads. Since the organization of the provinces was a way of making many rich Romans engaged in the venture, a way of getting money to maintain the basic personal projects. These projects were for the Republic of Spain. It was the for all so important for these territorial. For money was a guarantee for on even when would not come from the origins, no, that is from the work of the land. Get really all you was capital and some intermediaries and for the by money, the base elected at that time, all the financial business, their farm business, and during financial crisis, goes down. So having money in the market was much and with the in the end, beginning of years. Didn't even the block race. We don't for one his no more
to a close. Three.